Hey everybody, welcome back to episode 3 of Necropolis here on Critical Pixels. So, one of the things that I've basically been trying to do, I mean, obviously if you saw the tail end of episode 2, was that I basically scratched pretty badly, and that's hopefully one of those things that I'm not going to do this time around. I'm hopefully going to try to make it not only through the first part of Necropolis, but also into the second level before basically stopping. And I'm also going to try to keep my fingers crossed, make a that guy's freaking heck, make a relatively decent video going through this. A few really big things of note. I managed to actually finish the review for for my day job over at Common Sense Media, and posted that in the past week. So you can find that over at commonsensemedia.org /game reviews Necropolis. And I basically want to give the game a 3. I really wish that we had half points, and that's one of those things that I've been trying to change over on our channel, but there's no guarantee that that's going to happen anytime soon. The biggest thing as far as I've found is that, I like Necropolis, I really do. There's still some rough parts and rough patches that kind of hamper elements of the game. For instance, some of the parts that you saw, especially within the first and the second videos, where certain parts or certain elements seemed like they were somewhat self-explanatory and yet weren't, like the repellent that didn't really repel anything, or the codex that was supposed to be for your stamina control or stamina enhancement in some ways, like managing to make it a little bit easier to keep the stamina bar full, but it really didn't, were definitely things that stood out, because it's kind of hard to really know what exactly it is that you're supposed to be doing or aiming for when there's really no instruction in some ways for the game. And part of it I get. I mean, the designers over at Harebrained Schemes really wanted to keep things a little bit mysterious so that the players and the community of people that discovered Necropolis would kind of stumble into a lot of the secrets of the game and would be able to enjoy that sense of discovery as they were playing it. The problem is that it becomes really tricky when you're trying to figure out exactly what it is you're doing, and also know what you're presented with when some of these things aren't self-explanatory. In fact, a lot of them can be very arcane and mystic, in some cases over-intentionally so, and so that becomes a little bit harder to then fathom. The other thing, or one of the other things that was tricky, is stuff like you just saw right there, where all of a sudden enemies start warping in, and sometimes it's tolerable because they're in numbers that you can handle. Other times you end up getting, multiple sets, 10, 12 enemies at a pop, and that becomes really problematic, because it becomes almost impossible to then handle, and that can be really frustrating, especially for a game that is already pretty difficult as is. To all of a sudden realize that you are going to be going up against massive numbers of opponents, especially ones that sometimes spawn in behind you in areas that you've already cleared, becomes almost untenable. And that's not even when you get into some of the lower levels. I mean, I've played quite a bit of this game, not only during press events, but also before actually starting to stream for the channel, and that's not even counting some of the other attempts of streaming episodes and things failing, or other things kind of freaking out and it not really being worth the capture, because it would only capture my audio but not capture the video itself. But the simple fact is, every now and then some of the gameplay elements really seem to almost stray into the overcomplicated for overcomplication's sake, and that reduces a bit of the fun, especially when you have no idea why it's doing that. You just know it is. So you know, it's kind of unfortunate. I mean, like I said, I still really like Necropolis. I still plan on playing quite a bit of it and capturing quite a bit of it as well, especially for the channel. At the very least, for the tail end of July, and see, you know, just how far we go and what I can highlight, because, like I said, this is getting... Oh, here we go with spawning again. Because I really like the game, and I think a lot of you guys will too. But, dodge out of that? Whew. But, you know, just to be realistic, it does have certain things that kind of complicate matters. And I really was just trying to be realistic within part of the review. I still think that a number of these are elements that could easily be fixed in some cases, whether that's even a tutorial setting, but in some cases, for something like that almost seems like it would break the mode of the gameplay, because it's kind of designed to be arcane, so I don't know how much hand-holding necessarily works for something like this. However, what I do think is if there are certain things that are designated to work a certain way, having it actually do that function, probably a larger theme. At least, I would think for things like the repellent, like the stamina bar, seems a bit more important. And then I think the other thing, which is probably the most fixable, is the waiting to respawn. The fact that you can be in one section of the world, say for instance this room by itself, and all of a sudden enemies that were completely cleared will just automatically respawn for no reason, just decide to respawn behind you. Not only is disheartening, but it just kind of unbalances everything, because it's really hard to know that you think you're safe, especially because you have done everything to make yourself as safe as possible, knowing that there probably is no safety to be found within the walls of the Necropolis itself. And yet, you just turn a corner like that. No, that was actually those guys just waiting for somebody to come around the corner. That much I will give. But, you know, you can actually do something completely different. Turn a corner and be completely taken out by something that you, at one point, knew was safe. And that safety is lost. It is gone. You might as well chuck it out the window, because it was kind of an illusion. It was never there to begin with. And part of that is a good challenge, but the other part, especially if you are trying to drag a number of enemies through traps, or you are trying to get away from a horde that you have just stumbled into, and all of a sudden you discover that there are 5 other guys in a space that you had previously cleared waiting for you, that almost becomes the additional insult to injury in some ways when you wind up going down, because you kind of expect to die. And I'm not even talking about like a screamer pops up and you have these guys warp in. That's kind of their purpose, is to have enemies warp in, and you have to deal with the hazard of accidentally triggering those kind of guys. No, what I'm talking about is, you know, you're running through a hallway, and all of a sudden, behind you comes a guy that you know wasn't there, say, 2 seconds ago. and he has enough strength and takes you out with timing enough to completely obliterate any progress that you happen to have, and it's game over time, especially if you happen to be playing on a solo match. That's one of those things that just, you can throw a controller, you can break a controller doing something like that because it's so out of left field. And that's the rough thing about sometimes seeing this. And I mean, here's the thing. I know that the scavengers are kind of there. That's kind of their purpose. I'm fine with that. And I know this guy, I spawned him when I triggered the screamer. I'm fine with him. I get that. I get that perfectly. But when you've cleared a section and like that, and all of a sudden certain guys just start spawning out of thin air, and of course when they do that, more often than not somebody else is gonna pop up too. This is kind of proving my point without me actually even having to prove my point. I've cleared this area. I already know that there shouldn't be anybody here. Guys are just popping out of thin air. Why? There's no saying why. It just is happening. So that's one of those things where if I ran into a room, if I ran into the Grine, if I ran into some of the other enemies that can be just devastating in a level or in a section, that's it. It's game over. It's time to start over all from the beginning, and keep my fingers crossed. And that's a little rough. I mean, don't get me wrong. It kind of speaks again to the Dark Souls-like nature of the game. And again, totally cool with that. Dig it. Love Dark Souls. Love the challenge. Love how difficult that can be. But there is still a hesitation there, especially because even elements with Dark Souls, like, as long as you get past a certain point, it's almost like an unspoken checklist or a checkpoint, if you will, where it just won't necessarily go out of the way to nail you unless you radically do something stupid. Now, I hear a chicken. There we go. Okay, we got a chicken. Okay, so let's see. Energetic Strike, Infernal Peace, Arcane Food, definite. I wish there's a Stone Skin. Maker's Storm and Teacup. I don't know. I really don't know what that is. This I know is a Firebomb. I'll try that. I don't want to buy too much, but I also don't know how often the chicken pops up, so... Whoa! Well, that was unexpected and kind of stupid on the spider's part, but hey, sometimes that happens. I have no problem with enemies deciding to kill themselves. That scavenger has nothing, I could already tell. So let's see. I'm not really seeing that much. This is kind of one of those straight shoot ones, which kind of worries me, because usually whenever that happens, there's something on the other side, and it's about to become really, really hectic. So, you know what? I think... wrong button. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to... I've got a lot here. Magic Scroll, Magic Scroll, Magic... Alright, time to use the identification. What do I have? Force, Essence Speed, Personal Hygiene. Interesting. Never seen those before. And Buddy Buddy. Make friends with monsters. Well, that's definitely one to keep. So, time to eat some food. And charge into this room, which I already know has got a lot of spiders in here. So I'm expecting spider nests. I'm expecting a trap or two. Let's see, there's 3 spiders here. Okay, and that's that. And there's that too. Let's see, unknown potion. And what? And a magic scroll. Sure is a magic scroll. Okay, so far, getting stocked up with a lot of stuff. And I hear another chicken. Let's see. And I came from... I did not come from this way. Okay, so, boy, alright. So basically this is one of those rooms where, or sections where you're going to have to commit, and if you're going to explore, then you pretty much have to dedicate yourself to exploring each section, knowing that you're going to be giving yourself free open looks at whatever happens to be in all these little alcoves here. Now, one of the things that I have seen in some ways on some reviews of this game is that whoa, that's different. Oh no. Oh, come on, seriously? You're gonna give me that and oh, this is just twisted. Here we go again. It's time to just run away. Oh no, it's the wrong way. I need to go this way. Yeah, and if I can... Oh, that's the end... Oh, crap, okay. So that's the exit. So where... Oh, man. So I've got all of these guys that are just shrieking at everybody. I need to find a way to get basically past them all back to the traps, which will give me at least some way to skewer some of these guys, and also a possible chance to get some of my health back, which is the key thing. So I'm going to hop over this and eat, and let's see. Did I lose everybody? Oh, that's fine. I will take it. I will take that in a heartbeat. Just make some arcane food and a ration or two. Yeah, I finished that task. Give me my token, because that was kind of ridiculous. I'll just use that, because I'm about to wade into just some insanity here. I don't want to use Buddy Buddy, but I might have to. Let's see. Okay, so basically trying to kite every single person here is actually working well. I think they started to fall back and even fight each other, which is perfect. I really was not even expecting that, but I'll take it. I'll take every single bit of it. Yep, just too slow on that one. Let's see. So, I basically need 700 gems. That's a definite. Shut up, Screamer. I don't need you. Oh, stop screaming. Okay. There's another chicken somewhere. So, this is going okay. This is actually going a lot better than I expected. I thought I was basically screwed. I really did. Technically, I should have been. I was lucky in that they did not choose to follow me. Maybe it was just infighting amongst themselves. Whatever it was, I don't really care. It worked out beautifully. And oh no, there's another screamer there. Okay, no. Is this the right way? Please tell me this is the right way. Please tell me this is the right way. Please tell me this is the right way. Okay, now run. Please tell me it's the right way. Please tell me it's the right way. Oh, it is the right way. Okay, good. That's fine. I'll take it. Okay. This is good. This is good. No. Shut up, Screamer. Die. Oh, really? Oh, man. Why do you hate me? Okay, come on. Die, shield. Oh, jeez. Behind me. At least they're busy attacking each other. Oh my god. Okay. So, with that, it's time to craft more stuff. Yikes. Freaking frightening right there. I'm tempted to do an Elixir of Infernal Peace. I really am. Just have to keep my fingers crossed that it actually works the way it's supposed to. There is absolutely no guarantee. I mean, that is kind of one of those things that I'm pretty sure kind of set out in what I've played through already. There is no guarantee. In fact, the second that you think you have that guarantee, no. You might as well just get ready to start over. And I like that. I really like that challenge. I like having the sense that, you know, there is no certainty. Why? Because this game shouldn't have certainty. You're in a dungeon with all these weird freaking monsters. But, at the very least, if you go through the rigmarole of identifying what it is you are supposedly using, then you better know what that thing does, and it should actually work that way. Otherwise, you know, your life is basically gone, and that's a harder thing to actually deal with and swallow. But let's see. Oh, another chicken. Okay. Stone skin. Definitely getting stone skin. If I can even craft stone skin right now, I will do it. Let me see. Can I? No, I need scales. That's right. And I haven't seen any of those lizard guys. Not here. Not yet. So. Oh, what? Where'd you come from? So, I need to... Well, I need to eat. I've got... Oh, I do have a stone skin. Oh, awesome. Okay. Sweet. Okay, so basically one of the things that I will do is I will show that off. Because stone skin is really nice. It basically makes you invincible for a period of time, or at least the last time, it made you invincible for a period of time, and any damage that came in either was blunted or was completely reduced. And I think that table was actually being tweaked and changed a little bit. So I don't know how consistent it was, whether it was always going to be the same or if it was going to be adjusted. But one of the last times that I had a stone skin elixir, it basically made you nigh invulnerable, which is awesome. Even if they tweaked it down a little bit so the amount of damage is reduced, that's okay, because in certain circumstances, it's kind of the difference between life and... Oh, I knew it. What do you have? Magic scroll. I don't care. It can sure be a magic scroll. That's perfectly fine. So I think I have basically explored everything that I need to here. Because I know where the door is. I have at least 700 gems for this level. Let's see. Can I don't know that I want to try for you. I just don't. So I'm going to skip that. And I believe that's probably a trap. So I'm going to skip that. I'm going to go to the door. I'm going to go down, and I'm going to get out. And you know what? That's, for what it was and for how badly this could have turned, this was actually an excellent first level run. So I'm going to take that. That's kind of a sign. I'm going to easily take that money and run. Just run through here, get down to the second level, pay those 200 gems too, gladly. So, into the sanctuary. And the little guy is right here too. But it's kind of unnecessary. I'm full up. I don't really have anything. Take the blessing of the gods too. That's defense, meteorology, and weaving. Sure, why not? Let's see. You know what? In case he happens to have anything that might be really good, I'll consider dropping it. No, not really. No. And you know what? I'm not even going to explore the other side. I'm just going to go down to level 2. I don't even care. I'm just going to take this as a sign that it's working pretty well. Even the Brazen Head is rooting for me right now. You know what? This is going pretty well. Now, of course, as you may have seen within the store notes, that this could be the one. Well, I'm not going to say that because that's obviously going to be a jinx. But considering everything else, this is going pretty well. You know what? I've got the token. You can have your token back. Oh, big sword. Okay. Well, I will trade you the regular sword for that sword, the Pyramid Greatsword, the 21 Feet of Death, because the space for it and the swing for it is just so nice. So, Pyramid Sword, that's right. I don't know if they're Silent Hill fans going in the development studio for this one, but you know, I wouldn't be too shocked, especially because it just cuts so nice. So, okay, so this is a big first room, and it looks like I've got a clockwork over there, and I have no idea on this other side. I'm pretty sure that this is probably going to be a linear level. Like I was saying, I believe in the last episode, a lot of this tends to be, oh boy, relatively specific, relatively linear, and oh, where did he come from? No matter. Okay. Let's see what else. Let's see, so I know I've got a ration there, just in case. Got my stone skin, which is useful. magic scrolls rolling around, and buddy. Well, you know what? I wonder if getting buddy would work on. No, I'm not even gonna try that on the clockwork. I bet you the clockwork is so mechanical, it is meaningless. That would basically be a waste of that spell. But I'm going to save that for a completely different thing in here. So, let's see what else happens to, whoa, be around. That was kind of random. What is that? A Grine sword too. Wow. Well, I'm going to trade out that for that. Because the Grine swords, I'm sure, are going to be a lot better. Probably because of, drink the power of dead adventurers or whatever. Demonic vorpal weapon made of soul steel with a fruit. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what I just picked up from that scavenger. So, yeah. I'm going to switch back to my pyramid blade, probably just to clear things, and when it comes to keeping something handy for close encounters, I think that Grine is probably going to do it. Now, there's 2 rations here, so basically, if anything happens, I'm going to start dragging back, or falling back towards the rations so that I can heal myself, because that's going to be key. Oh, and there's a shrine there too. Okay, so basically getting a plan of attack for this level. Oh, and that also seems like that's about it on this side. That's even better. Are there any other things? No? Okay. So, looks like basically I've got a plan of attack. And it's all working rather well. Whoa. Stop spawning in on me. Random things. Stop it. That's what I thought. Okay. What now? Okay, because all you're going to do is start calling them more buddies. And I already know that. Yeah. Or you're going to be so hungry you're going to start trying to kill a rat? Maybe I can skewer you and that won't matter. Oh, what? Okay. So, hopefully nothing else will spawn behind me. Fingers crossed. Not gonna hold my breath, but you never know. What is this? Iron ration, okay. Even better. Oh wow, okay. So let's see. If I go here, can I trigger you? Will that work? Oh snap, it worked! Oh, that's awesome. Oh. Might as well take advantage of it. I mean, those things are not my friend. So I could care less. I'm taking those things down with any means necessary. But if it takes using a spell to make them think that I'm their friend, well, so be it, man. Why are you guys coming out of the woodworks now? Okay, so still running into friendly scavengers. No bombs yet, which is still good. Still perfectly fine. And now that I've taken out those guys, The plus, here's the plus. I have, oh, that sounds like a bomb. No, it's just a full scavenger. The plus is that I have 2 rations and a shrine that I can use, not only to refill, oh, no, make that 3, because there was the iron ration, that's right. So, just have to go back. Where are you? Eat that. That will take care of part of that. Oh! That's a bomb. Oh, and I managed to break it right before it blew up. That is awesome. Okay, so, spoke too soon with the whole bomb ration thing, but it's okay. It's perfectly fine, because I managed to get out of it before anything bad happened. Let's see. I have no idea what that is. I don't care because I want the ration. And I'm going to bypass all of that to hit the shrine. And take the energy boost. The doors of Orphe. Okay, whatever. I can't really say that I care, because I am trying to run away from that and get back over here. Now let's see. And if I switch this for that iron ration, so much the better. So I still have another ration that I've got stocked up, just in case things go wrong. Let's see. What else do I have? Some of these other portions, these Vorish sign portions, which I guess might be useful, at least in affecting groups of monsters, so I'm gonna hopefully be able to trigger that somewhere else. So, heard a scream, don't know from where, of course, from behind. But no big deal. Let's see here. What is this? I have no idea what this is. What is this? Shrine? The Shrine of Skulls? Interesting. Really random. Oh, section design right there. It's kind of... oh crap. Grine. Okay. And somebody who died because of it. Why? Because somewhere in here... oh, jeez. Well, that's kind of dark. Somewhere in here, the Grine are basically waiting. And that really makes me antsy. Although, this is actually something I did not know about. I didn't know that you could shatter those things, so that's kind of news to me. So I guess if you start to see mounds, just swing at them, because you never know. It's probably just full of gems of fallen adventurers, and it might also be a way to get around some of the items that happen to be there. So, just jump over that. That is just a blatant trap that I'm not going to fall victim to. And then, you know, I have no idea which way I want to take out of this. I mean, there's door number 1 or door number 2. You know what? I'm just gonna take this one. I mean, I'm pretty sure the Grine are gonna show up either way, especially with those 2 traps. It's just a matter of, you know, you take a little Grine or a lot of Grine with where you are. At least I'm setting up more ration drops, which is fine. It's like loot drops. Grine. Ah, crap. And a clockwork. Oh, jeez. Where am I? This is 2. And the knights. man. Okay, so this is where the game basically starts deciding that you've gone... Whoa! What the hell was that? A trap? The game's decided you've gone too far and it's time to teach you a lesson. So, it gives you Grine, it gives you clockworks, and now they're traps. Yeah, well, I've got one of your swords too. I don't fear you guys anymore. Yes. And the Grine go down. Okay. Oh. At least that Grine pillar goes down. There's another one on the other side. Which is not what I was hoping for at all. But, you know, beggars choosers, right? Let's see if I can draw... Oh, what? Probably because I was turned a little bit. See if I can draw this guy without activating the Grine. Perfect. Oh no, and the Grine dogs. Okay, so that's one of those other ones. I don't know that they showed up in one of the previous playthroughs, but the Grine even have like dogs, animals that show up. Those things are really nasty. It's kind of hard to even know like what to do when they pop up, because they charge you and they try to knock you down, and your best bet is to take them out as soon as you possibly can. Seriously, it just becomes it just becomes a situation of you know that they're fast, you know that they're going to try to come at you. Okay. So, the Grine going down, strength returning. I'm not entirely sure where I need to go. I don't want to fight my way through all those clockworks if I don't have to, but I don't know if I do. That's the trick. That is definitely the trick, especially with it being on this level. I still have this Voorish sign thing, which I could trigger. I just don't know if it's the right time to trigger it. You know what? I'm gonna try and go down this way, and just see, like, kind of peek my head in, hope that I've chosen wisely. At least there's nothing else falling from the sky yet. Anyway. Oh. Okay. Spoke too soon. I mean, there's almost always crap falling from the sky. It's just a matter of, is it going to kill me as it falls? Okay, down this corridor. Let's see. Seems relatively okay. I'm waiting for something to spawn in. More crap from the ceiling, which probably means it's gonna fall. Just cause. Okay, so it's a little too quiet, which means, you know, I'm basically waiting for something to pop up. I really am. Because it's just way too easy. And from behind. See, that's the thing. You know, if there was a trick, if there was a tip, if there was almost anything that I could always impart to you guys, it definitely has to be always be on a swivel, and by that I mean essentially expect that you're going to have somebody come running up behind you to try to shank you from behind, which is kind of crazy to actually say, but it's the truth. Wow, so I just made it to the end of level 2. That's pretty sweet. You know what? And let's see. Take that blessing of the gems. Vendors are now more likely to extend my credit. I wish. Let's see. It's 2,500 to get the blessings of the gods. I am going to have to shank a ton of enemies to manage to do that. That's going to be a really big feat. But, you know what? I've managed to do all of that without actually using all of the spells and the potions that I've collected from the first level. That's kind of crazy to me. You know, usually I've had to kind of blow through a couple different things, but I'm definitely going through the upper section right now, because if I need 2,700, 200 for the door, and 2,500 to help extend my stamina and my health, then I am going to try to get as many gems as possible in a sane manner without blowing things. But you know what? Considering that this was actually oh, thank you so much, Brazen Head. Considering that that this has been a little bit of a speed run, if you will, trying to make it through the first level and the second level, haven't died yet, and made it all the way to level 3. That's pretty good. You know, but sometimes the luck kind of just rolls with you, and sometimes the luck basically conspires to throw Grine and clockworks at you, and I guess when I chose the right direction, because I didn't even have to fight all those clockworks. Now, I could go back and do that, but as I'm sure you guys have seen, when you try to go back and you try to be greedy, that's usually when the game rears back and it bites you for it. So I'm gonna say forget it. I'm not even worrying about it. It can keep all those soldiers, because the next level down, when it really starts to get hectic and things start getting real, yeah, that's where I'd really be kicking myself. So level 3. Let's see here. Really interesting. So we have this whole section here for most interesting, but good little adventurers you serve. Well, you know what? I'll take that. What do you have? Sun Shield. Sure, why not? I'll take that Sun Shield. Looks pretty sweet. So, you know what? That's actually a pretty good stopping place right here for episode 3 of Necropolis here at Critical Pixels. We have made it to level 3, one playthrough, no problems. Extended the life bar, tons of gear, tons of craftables. I just hope that, and of course my favorite, the stone skin, which I will probably be showing you guys relatively soon. I just hope that this keeps rolling through the way that it is, and you know, hopefully we'll start getting a few more scales and start crafting a few more items, and yeah, you know, this is going really, really well. So if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, not only about this game, but also future games to play on Critical Pixels, there are a couple ways you can reach me. As always, you can leave a comment in the comment thread below. You can hit me at Gmail, which is critpixels@gmail.com. That's critpixels@gmail.com, or on Twitter at critpixels. I'm Jeff Haynes, and as always, may all your hits be critical and your pixels stay bright. See ya!